So welcome you guys to TaijiFit. I'm Jeanette. I'm one of your instructors here at Morningside, and I'm also going to be placing this on my YouTube, I hope. I'm learning technology just like everybody else. So welcome to my in-home studio. I tried to hide my living room for you, but just so you know, my husband's working around the corner and I have two dogs that might bark through the thing. So bear with me as you come and play TaijiFit with me. I'm going to start with some warm-ups though first, and these warm-ups are from the Guangping style, and they're created for longevity. These were created by masters who lived into their hundreds and into their 90s. One of them was even diagnosed at 50 with cancer, and he continued living on into his 90s. And I think that speaks a lot for putting the warm-up exercises into your routine. So I know you just want to play and do the Tai Chi, but let's try to do this first, okay? I have my chair there, so I'm going to show you some variations you can do. I'm going to show you the warm-up standing, but you can as well do this seated if you need to. Now my one thing I need to warn you about is I'm working with wood floors here, but if at home you have carpet, be careful with your carpet and pivoting your foot. Okay, so you want the pivot to come from your hip socket and the whole leg to move at one time. So try not to put too much pressure there. Uh, and I'll try to exaggerate that move, kind of pointing to it and saying, here's my toe pivoting, or lifting my toe pivoting on my heel. All right, so I'll try to give you guys a little warning of what's coming up. Uh, Otherwise, come out and play with me. Have a little cup of water next to you. If you need to ever take a break or get a little sip of water, by all means, take care of yourself. It's not going to seem like exercise because it's so easy and so smooth. But I'm going to sneak in some lunges and some squats. And if you're like, oh, Jeanette, I can't lunge and squat, stay seated. We'll still work the same things, opening up the hips best you can. Now I'm going to exaggerate my moves to about 90 degrees for some of these moves. But if your hips say no, 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 then listen to your hips. All right. So through my whole Tai Chi Fit, I want you to keep your smile, right? No scrunchy face. Oh, your scrunchy face is your red flag to let you know that probably shouldn't be doing that. I need to take care of myself, right? Ugh. All right, so come play with me. I'm going to put on some pretty music. I'm trying to keep this to about 50 minutes because that's what I do in the Lakeview Hall, because Pilates comes up right behind us, and I know they need time to set up, and I don't want to spoil myself and and do too much. So for my YouTubers who end up watching this, this is actually what I do at Morningside, a retirement facility. Yeah, that ghost behind me is my husband who's working at home too. Yep, it's just different times. All right, my friends, come find your spot, seated or standing. Like I said, I'm going to show this standing, but by all means, stay seated. Have something you can reach and that's stable. Now, I'm in my rolling chair here. Don't use a rolling chair. Have a stable chair like I'm showing here. All right, come on up and let's play. I'm going to plug you in so you can hear my mic and then hear me as I move across, and you're not like, what is she saying? All right, so here we go. I'm going to have you start with hip rotations, what it's going to look like. I'm going to put my feet down, and then I want you to take those hands and rub your hands together, get them warm. We're going to stimulate your lymphatic system, which is going to help in fighting disease. So warm hands, put them on your back, find your kidney points, two parallel lines.
right by those kidneys is also your lymphatic system. And I have my palms facing. You can, if you want, work the back of the hands. Sometimes that's a little easier on the shoulder joint. So once again, I want you to keep your smile, stay happy, right? So you're just going to do little circles there and warm up those kidneys, warm up that lymphatic system. And I'm going to challenge myself by putting my feet a little closer and rub that up. Remember how close? Keep your smile. If you feel like you're going to tip, you can bring your feet out a little bit, all right? Once you got that nice and warm, nice and tall with your body, soft knees, I'm going to have you move your hips around. Good, kind of like you're working a hula hoop. So this is a pretend hula hoop, so we're all really good at this. I was never really good at hula hoop. It was an effort. It's all right. And again. Now hold, let's go the other direction. And then hold. There we go. Massage again. And now I'm going to invite you to take a little step out, right? And then from here, our hands are going to move to the side of your hips. So here's side hip. We're actually going to go back a little bit into the squishier part, your glute. And this, you might even be able to feel, is where your femur head is. Boop, so pretend this is the femur head. It's got that little neck and the head's locked into the acetabulum of your pelvis. And we're going to warm that area up, right? Because we're going to wake up those hips. Nice little rub, hold there, keep the warm energy there, and then circle around, same thing. So notice that my head's not really moving and my feet aren't moving, but all sorts of crazy is going on in between, right? Good, good. So breathe, breathe. I want you to work that spine. Yep. Ah, so I'm sorry about my music. Every now and then I'll have to check it and try to get the next song to play. All right, hold here. Rub again. Let's go the other direction. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be so. This is all new. I'm still having trouble getting my sit list going. so, so you were circling the other direction now. And so traditionally you do these 22 times, but I think I'm only holding us at about 8. Otherwise, we'd go into 2 hours. so, couldn't hold and massage. Good, good. All right, now we're going to do some bending. So bring those hands forward. A little rub. Okay, in front. And then here, of course, Jeanette forgets to put on her do not call. There we go. And reach up. Breathe length into your spine. So the energy comes from your spine, lengthen from your spine, not your shoulder. And I know some of you have some frozen shoulder and issues in the shoulder. So keep your smile as far as you can go. And where's the energy coming from? The spine. Think about lengthening the spine more than that shoulder. And then we're going to hinge over. You can support yourself. Now on the chair is much nicer because, right, we're doing whoop and then here, just like our rotations were upper body, right? So up and over. Breathe some space into your ribs. From below the belly, stay steady. It's the upper body that's moving. Big breath in, and then when you exhale, come down, other side. Think about lengthening that spine, and then here we go. Hinge over, support yourself. You can hang on to something else, or if you're seated, that's fine too. Breathe, breathe. And then when you exhale, let's do that one more time each side. So reach up nice and tall, hinge over, and now I want you to open your shoulder. Remember, if you have issues in that shoulder, maybe opt to not do this one and do the other one. Here, like you're holding up the sun, and you see my chest is opened a little bit more, so my breath is a little bit bigger in through the front of my body. Breathe, breathe. And then come down, and then up, and then over. Option one's here. Option two is pull back that shoulder, hold up the sun, or hold up the sky, and then press down. Good, good. All right, get ready. We're going to do forward bend and back bend. Oh, why you no play all the way? All right, so let's do back bend first. And I know some of you are like, oh, Jeanette, I can't back bend. No worries, no worries. I got you. Once again, warm up those hands. And if you're seated, you can do the same thing, putting the hands on those kidneys. And all you might need is a little pressure into that low back. And you'll see as I pull my elbows back and open up my collarbones, the front of me opens. So I want you to think back bend is more about opening up the front of you. So if you're seated, maybe scooch to the middle of the chair, your booty at the middle of the chair, and then pull your hips back and kind of press on those kidneys forward to open up the front of your body, right? So let me show you from the side what that looks like. So pressure, opening up the front of my body, right? My eyes are looking forward. If you want more, look up with your eyes. You don't have to raise your head, but look up with your eyes and breathe, breathe, right? All right, release that. Take a moment, check your wrists. I'm going to add on. So standers and seaters, coming back, pulling elbows back, pushing, and now a little exaggerated if you want. Remember, if your low back says no, 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 you don't have to go here. I'm looking up with my eyes. I'm not letting my head drop back, but I am kind of opening up a little bit more. Breathe, breathe. So this is back bend. It doesn't have to be crazy. I know some of you guys who do yoga, you can really give a beautiful back bend, even further than I can. Breathe, breathe. And then here we go, release it. Oh, all right, back bend done. Woohoo! Forward bend, forward bend. So I like my forward bend supported, and you guys need to be careful of what your doctor says. If your head is not supposed to go below your heart, then don't do it. And I know folks who have vertigo problems too, you also need to be conscious of this. All right, so I'm going to show you Jeanette's version of a forward bend. Hand on thighs. I'm just showing you from the side so you see. And remember those old ironing boards? You open the closet and boop, they come on down. So pretend you're that ironing board and you're coming not all the way down, but just a little bit. So I want you to come forward. My feet are hip distance apart. What I want you to find is that tension from heel to hip. If you can catch that, I'm catching it already right here, and that's not real far. That's all I want really with this forward bend. Now, I know some of you are pretty incredible and can continue on. You might want to try a straight back. In this case, you want to look diagonal. Keep your chin a little tucked so you're not cranking your neck. Be gentle. And I'm getting really close to my head going below the heart. Now, I'm going to invite some of you to come even further. Now, this is up to you. And remember, head going below the heart. So if you're not supposed to do this, don't do it. But I want to give my other folks the option. So I'm going to finish with the forward fold, multitasking, putting on other music, right? There you go. And I'm slowly allowing this to happen, and I'm easing my way down and allowing my head to be heavier until I can finally look behind me. Now you can hang on to the floor if you want. Once again, tension in the back is what I want. Now, if straight legs is just not happening for you, you can soften them a little bit, but it's the pull on the back line of your body that's important. Now, from here, a little added bonus. If you can do this, this is a good way to decompress your neck. A little turn side and a little turn side to help decompress the neck. All right, here we go. Coming up, I like to climb up to my, I can go toes, ankle, and then shins, and then maybe soften the knee from here. Go above the knee and then press and bring yourself up nice and easy. Now, what you would do on the chair, we would do something similar. So it'd be nice and long, and then we'd one leg at a time, you'd hinge forward, and then you'd find sometimes this is enough to find that tension. If you want a little bit more, you'll feel the tension from hips to shoulders, right? And then you'll switch to the other leg. Same thing, nice and tall. You might find that tension pushing your heel towards me, or hinge, and you'll feel the tension from heel to hip, hip to shoulders. Stay long in your body, chin tucked like you're hanging on to a little apple or orange, right? Good, good. All right, foot comes down, come up. So we did forward bend, back bend, side bends. I believe it is time for a little bit more with those legs. So like I was showing you, one leg then the other. So I want you to ease into this by shifting side to side. We're going to do kind of a chin to toe. Good. And then I'm going to pull back so you can see my feet. I'm going to lift one toe and then the other as I shift my weight. Now remember, if you want something next to you, something stable while you do this, right? Go ahead and do that if you have balance issues. All right, from here, I'm going to tap my heel forward and really challenge that balance. So once again, as you extend that heel, toes up, you're going to feel that back line again in a different way, a little different way. It's the same pull, but hey, it feels a little different. And this is plenty. And once again, I'm going to have you add that little hinge. There you go. Beautiful. And then you'll feel heel to hip. All right. Then this will be your chin to toe. Good, good. Breathe, breathe. And you can really sit back and get into it. But listen to this knee. Be gentle here and have something to hang on to. Good. Come up nice and tall. Foot finds floor. Knee soften. Same thing. Other side. Heel down. Pull hips back. There you go. Lengthen, lengthen. Breathe, breathe. Good, good. And then foot finds floor. Soften. Come up nice and tall. Excellent. All right. And then from here, let's go ahead. Let's change to shoulders and upper body. So I'm going to start with your breath. So inhale, bring your shoulders up and back and down. So just loosen them up, juice them up. Again. And last one. All right, now I want you to take a little step forward. Now, sitting in the chair, it's going to look a little different. You're actually to kind of scoot yourself to one side and bring a leg back. And then from here, your arm is going to rotate around. Standing, you take your step forward, hand your thumb on the outside of your leg, fingertips on the inside, the midline of your body, and we're going to slice through the air or chomp through the air, circling around. Once again, listen to these shoulders. Shouldn't be any rubbing sensation or clicking sensation. All right? So keep your smile. And if you're feeling that, make that smaller circle or shorten your lever and work it around. There you go. Look at us. And then circle the other way. Circle the other way. I'm going to go back to the chop. because on the other side, I do have a clicking, I do have a crunchy shoulder. So I'm doing about 8 of these. There we go. And then drifting back, other footsteps forward. Once again, hand like a saddle on that thigh. Here we go, circle around, and it's about right here. Well, I feel it, yeah. So I'm gonna shorten my lever because I already know, even though I make it smaller, it just doesn't work. Breathe, breathe. And last one. Good, and then over and around. So we're going the other way, pinky finger is leading the way. Sometimes I can come the other direction without that rubbing sensation. Good, good. If you hear some talking in the back, that's my, he's working from home too. We're doing what we can, right? And last one. Good, good. Come back in, nice. All right, shrug those shoulders, wiggle those fingers. This is a good time for a little sip of water. I'm gonna start us on the chair and then I'll bring us up to do the same moves. All right, so go ahead, get a little sip of water. I'm gonna get a little sip of water. All right, should put that in there, my what to do. So that's my cheat sheet, just so you know. I'll have to put that down. I shouldn't have told you, huh? You're like, oh, she remembers all these things. All right, so let's start these seated and then we'll go standing. All right, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to start with something called sink the cheese. So you're going to let those hands drift down your thighs to your side and then hands float up and then gather to your heart and press down. Something called sinking the cheese. Slide off those thighs. Down, up and around. Good. So as you open, inhale. Gather. Again. All right, get ready to open the door. Now those hands slide to the end. I want you to float those hands up. Soften elbows, soften knees, opening the door. Slide off, float, soften elbows, soften knees. Well, that's if you're standing. Our knees are soft. We're sitting. And sorry, habit. And then one more. So this is opening the door. And get ready. You're going to lift those hands up and open your heart. Open, open, open. And we're going to do something called embrace the moon. This hand's going to slide underneath and kind of scrape your thigh. And the other one's going to come up over about at the collarbones. And then let's bring that moon over to the corner. Oh, a little twist. So once again, keep your smile with that twist. And then circle around. I'm going to sneak out and pick up my music. And then we're going to bring our moon over. Right? Sorry. And then circle around. This is called, actually, there's wave hands like clouds is what this is called. And then keep going. Bottom hand's going to float up. Reshape your cloud and drift across the sky. Reshape your cloud. Drift across the sky. All right, get ready. We're going to do one more reshape, actually two more. Drift across the sky. And then and this side, this hand, get ready. It's going to scoop up, grab a little piece of cloud, and then I want you to take the rest and toss it away. There you go. This is called single whip. Scoop your hands, slide across those thighs, up, and then across. Wave hands, oh, I'm sorry, single whip. Although I'm doing it 3 times. All right, hold here, release, drift, float across the sky, back to wave hands like clouds. But guess what? Right away, other side, same thing. Scoop up your cloud, pinch off a little piece of fluffy cloud, single whip. 3, 2, one more. Breathe, breathe. Inhale and float. Like you're tossing that cloud across the sky, but clouds are so fluffy and they'll just disappear. Release your little puff of cloud if you rush them. Don't rush your clouds. Float with them. Notice how they just gently drift across the sky. There you go. We're going to add on this time. Scoop. Lift your heel. And then, oh, I'm going to go out. Whoops, sorry, I almost dropped my music. And single whip. There's nothing really fast in Tai Chi. I was just going to drop my music. Scoop through like we're tossing clouds into the sky. Watch them float away. Bye, cloud. And again. Now we're going to add on to this. I'm going to have you paint a rainbow with your fingertips across the sky. Now paint it with more colors than you've ever seen in a rainbow. Make it your colors. How about some plaids and polka dots? Now hold at your shoulder and you're going to pat down 3 times. 3, 2, and 1. And I want you to pivot from your heel. Toes come out. I'm doing this from my hip too. So my whole leg comes out and I'm going to press down and through for snake creeps down. Let's do that again. So option 1, staying tall. Option 2, I want you to drift a little forward and then come up. So you're working that upper body. 1 more. Snake creeps down from single whip. Hold here, release, drift. Get ready. We're going to bring in that foot. Now you can bring it over or you can heel toe in. I don't mind. It's called Tai Cheating. It's good. Here we go. Gather. Hang on. Let's hang on to a crescent moon, and I want you to toss stars across the sky into the night sky. Again, toss stars through the night sky. 1 more. And now, think of northern lights. I want you to smear them across the sky. You know how they dance in the sky. Now take your hand, here we go, at the shoulder, little pivot of that whole leg, and then here we go. Snake creeps down. 3. Add that little drift. 2. And 1. Release, drift, float. Here we go. It can be heel toe or it can be lift the leg over. Wave hands like clouds. Pretty cool, huh? Get ready. We're going to do something called parting wild horse's mane. All right, so pretend you are a horse whisperer. I need to be a music whisperer, I tell ya. Someday I'll figure this out. I'm going to come over to the side. I'm going to scoop up, but then I'm going to take this bottom hand and smear it across my thighs and toss into the sky for parting wild horse's mane. Here we go. I'm going to do that again, scooping back. Other hand comes over. And you know what? Let's keep this hand down and keep tossing. So I want you to take those hands and pet the neck and shoulders of your horse. Toss. 1 more. Adding that bottom hand, circle over, reach for its beautiful mane and comb the mane. 3, 2, and 1. Let's scoop the other side. Same thing the other side, but let's lift that heel up. Take that little step, not quite as far, and work that pet of neck and shoulders of the horse. And I'm adding that little bit of a lean, right? Bottom hand scoops over, comb the tangled mane. Last one. Good, good. Scoop under, embrace your moon, and let that moon come down. Open big. Embrace the moon. Open big, scoop. And now take me to that parting wild horse's man. 3, 2, and 1. Scoop in, other side. 3, part wild horse's man. 2, and 1. I'm going to add on something else. So reach those hands forward, and then I want you to bring them into your heart, and I want you to push. Take those hands, slide them back to you. Let's come down, slide off your thigh, and then up your knee like there's a wall there. Slide. So this is called push. It's pretty easy. Back into your heart. Step in or Tai Chiing in. Other side, same thing. Push, slide, push, slide, and push. Ooh, take those hands open big. Scoop one underneath, scoop one on top. Back here again. Big embrace the moon. Big breath in. Again, open big. Now take your moon and squeeze it tiny, 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 tiny into a little tiny ball. And now one hand drops back. Hold that moon. That moon turns into a little monkey head. That monkey's trying to pull your hair. Look behind you and then push. Again, other hand. Reach back. This is called repulse monkey. Good, good. Again, look back. And push. Get ready. I want you to hold both those hands forward. We're going to take those hands and swing them over to one side. We're going to head on over to brush knee push. So, brush knee push. Let's get some music for that one. I'm going to have you press down, boop, boop, and boop. And then I want you to add this hand, boop. Let's put them both together. And 1. Good. This is going to take us to brush knee push. Little step out, brush around your knee. You can brush on the knee and then push over the knee. Drop that front hand, swing back to where we started. Back hand comes over now. Back to brush knee push. Brush around the knee, push over the knee. Let's add a little bit more of the body. I'm going to exaggerate my body so you can see. Brush around the knee, push over the knee. Good. Step in. Bring the hands to this side. We're back to the beginning. Wave and press down. 3, 2, and 1. Take a little step and brush around the knee. Push over, drift down, circle. Back hand comes back. Look at us. We're doing Tai Chi. And last one. Good. Now take those hands, reach forward, and then swing them back, shift back, and then sweep around. Arm of the leg that's we're leaning toward. That one's going to go above, and then the other one's going to go below, and we're going to play the pipa. Good, good. Open. This time, let's add on a little bit more of the leg. I want you to tap your leg out and play your pipa. Good. Step in, tap your heel out, play your pipa. So this is what it's going to look like when you're seated. We're going to do this different when you're standing. Play your pipa. Good. Last one. That was good playing pipa music, right? Hands come down. Let's sync the chi while I'm getting my next song up, right? One time I was able to get them to all follow each other. Do that again. I don't know why it doesn't want to play. So a lot of sinking the chi there. All right. From here, let's do something called bringing those hands up. I want you to take this hand and scoop underneath. Embracing our moon, called ward off. So you're going to take your hand and you're going to push like you're pushing a curtain aside. So a little different, not as high as that parting wild horse's mane. Words are hard. Scoop underneath, the other on top. Let's do the other side. So a little twist to the torso, right? Start there. One more. Scoop underneath. Let's add on. Let's take a step. Oh, there we go. Ward off. Get ready to add on. Exciting times. We're going to grasp a bird's tail. So reach, grasp the bird's tail, and then I want you to slide it and then toss it into the feather into the sky. Fold over, push. Remember that push? And then release, come back, push. 3, 2, and 1. Front hand wipes everything clean, scoops under, backhand brings that other leg, other side. Take that step. How far? Keep your smile. Ward off. So making some space for yourself. Well, let's turn this bird's tail into a curtain. So brush aside the curtain. Now I want you to reach for that curtain. This is my house. You can touch curtains. And slide. We're going to do that again. Reach over. Slide. One more. This time, fold up that curtain. Put it up on the shelf. Wrist over wrist. Open the window. Feel the cool breeze. Push. Let's do 3 of those. Push. And then last one. Inhale. And then when you exhale, push. All right. Front hand wipes everything clean. Scoop underneath. Embrace your moon. Fingertips come to fingertips. Come on down. All right, that's how to do everything seated. Let's try this standing. Now, if you want to stay seated, by all means, stay seated. I'm going to challenge my folks who like to go standing. So feet hip distance. Well, let's start together. I changed my mind. Big breath in. This is totally not Tai Chi. This is just breathing. Because we're standing, I want you to feel your height. As you inhale, let that breath go up and down your spine. And let's toss our cares away. One side, boop. And then the other. Good. Now, both hands, sink the chi. Gather, press down. Let's do that 2 more times. And press down. 1 more. All right, take a little step out, feet hip distance apart. Let's go ahead, put those hands in front of those thighs, float up, opening the door. Remember this one? Soften knees. Now this is about the softening the knees. See, I'm so used to saying that one. Float back up. Open the door. Come away with me. Float your hands up. Open your heart at the top. Get ready to embrace the moon. This hand's going to scoop underneath, the other on top. Embrace your moon. Now standing, we can soften knees. And then open big. Seated, you'll just embrace that moon the best you can. 1 more. Good. Come up nice and tall. And let's go ahead. Take to the side for our parting wild horse's mane. I'm going to keep this hand down. There we go. Pet the neck and shoulders of your horse. 1 more, just like that. And now bottom hand comes over, just like we did before. Notice the twist in my body. Last one. Good, good. Scoop underneath. Other side, part wild horse's mane. Put it all together. And 2. And 1. Good, good. Now I want you to reach. Bring those fingertips to fingertips. Bring them into your heart. Let's go back and I'm going to have you do push. So take a step and push. Slide those fingertips back and down and up. Good. Do that. Again. One more. Good. Fingertip meets fingertip. Come back in. Let's go to the other side. Take a little step and push. And while I get my music going again, boop, and circle back. Push. And last one. Push. Hands come down. Sink the chi. Let's have a little drama. Let's have a little story. So now float those hands up. Open your heart. Scoop this hand underneath. Remember those wave hands like clouds? Take me there. Because the storm's brewing, right? Turn as far as you can and then change your cloud over. Go as far as you can. Let's change your cloud. So, looks a little different. Same thing. Hold here. Make a loose fist. One hand comes up high and the other one as if you're dragging your elbow. Good, good. Circle around. So these are called thunderclouds. There we go. Relax those shoulders. Drift around. Keep those shoulders heavy and weighted. Again. Get ready. A little chi rain is coming our way. Here we go. Release your thunderclouds. Take a little step. Instead of a wave, I want you to sink the chi into this corner. Again. One more. You might even want to make little raindrops with your fingertips. Come back in. Other side. Sink the chi. A little rain. You're like, hey, Jeanette, you didn't show us that on the chair. Hey, improvise. You got this. Last one. All that rain, all those water drops, water drop after water drop form. Little puddles start to move. Let's descend the mountain, and the movement follows the lowest point. So descend the mountain as your little drops become streams. Streams flow down the mountain and join rivers. Gather again at your belly. Other side of the mountain. Follow this. Droplet becomes droplet, becomes movement. This is called descending the mountain. Beautiful. Good, good. Now just sway those arms. Hold here. Scoop in, big breath in, and I want you to embrace your moon. We're going to repulse monkey while I find the next song. I should just put this in my back pocket, right? All right. Take your moon, squish, squish, squish. Little monkey head, little naughty monkey head. It's going to try to pull your hair, so don't let it pull your hair. Turn. Look kind of almost as if you're swimming in slow motion. Right by your ear. Whew, beautiful. Do that again. Press. Last one. Get ready, brush, knee, push. Pull over to the side. Standing, I'm going to give you the option of bringing your foot in. And then wave in one hand. 3, 2, and 1. Other hand presses down. 3, and 2, and 1. Put it together. Soften that knee. So standing, we're going to do the softening the knee. Seated, we're going to do those arms, right? And then here we go, adding that brush knee push. Take your little step and brush around the knee, push over. Or it's kind of like you're throwing a baseball. Slow motion. Good. Good, good. Hold there. I'm going to have you step in, other foot. Wave and press. Put them all together. 3, 2, and 1. Take your step. Brush around the knee. Push. Drift. Good. Again. And last one. Excellent. Reach. Circle around. Remember, play the pippa. Take me there. Play your pippa. Step over. Hug somebody. Wonderful. Tap your heel. Play your pippa. Again. Again. And now hand and feet come down. Big sink the chi. How about we play ward off? Float up. Open. Scoop this hand underneath. The other on top. Get ready. Ward off. I'm going to have you take your step and push aside that curtain. One more. Now reach for that curtain for that grass bird's tail. Slide. Let's circle around. Do that again. Slide. And then this one is where we add the toss your cares away. Fold. Wrist over wrist. Come back. And then push. 3 times. 2. Last one. All right, front hand wipes everything clean. Scoop underneath. Take your little step and ward off. 3, 2, and 1. Reach. Slide your hands across the curtain. What's your curtain? Is it gauzy? Is it lacy? Is it embellished? Does it have sequins, beads? Fold the curtain up. And then here we go. Reach back. Did you see that? I pivot on my toe this time, pulling my heel back. And now wait. Push. Wipe everything clean. Scoop under. Embrace your moon. Wave hands like clouds. Scoop up. Grab a little piece of cloud. Toss the rest into the sky. Watch it float away. Yes, again. One more. All right. I'm going to change my music, but we're going to bring this hand over and you're going to pat down like you're patting the big dog. And let's, while we're here, I'm going to back up so you can see, pivoting on my heel. So I'm shifting into this leg, pivoting on my heel. So when I pat the big dog and I come down, my knees can drift towards my toes and it's a little easier on my hips and my knees. Good. And then from here, we're going to go right into that snake creeps down. Circle around, snake creeps down. And again. release, drift. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Pivoting on my heel, bringing my feet back, doing that little Tai Chi. Gather. Let's pull the latch on the gate. Open the gate, see the garden. Not hard there at Morningside. Beautiful gardens. And then toss. Toss your cares away. Or I like pick flowers. So let's pick flowers. We're looking at the beautiful garden. Walk in the garden, pick flowers, give them away to your friends, and then wave your friends over. It's tea time in the garden. Last one. Here we go. Watch this foot shifting, pivoting, press down, pat the big dog, running around the garden. And then from his head to his tail, circle around. Pat him from head to tail. Last one. Good, good. Release. Drift. Wave hands like clouds. Good. And again. One more. And then get ready. Here we go. Hug. Bring those hands in. Take a step. Push. Push forward first and then slide back and then come down to up. 3. 2 more. 2. And 1. Hug. Come back in. Step in. Other side. Push. Slide. And down to up. Last one. Good, good. Reach. Play your pipa. Circle around. Make some pretty music. Good. Step in. Other side. Make some pretty music. And again. Good. Sink the chi. Again. Float up. Come around. Gather to your heart, opening your heart. And spill out from the sides. Gather. Ooh, find the fire inside. Bring it to your heart. And share. Good, good. Release. Again, big breath in. Press on down. Overflow from your heart forward. Gather. It's like gathering love. There's always more. Spill out from the sides. Gather again. Find your fire inside. Bring it to your heart and share with people who care. Right? How about we do that one more time? Press on down. Remember, you're going to overflow from your belly forward. Gather to your heart. You're going to spill out from the sides. Whoa. And then you're going to gather again, this time making that diamond. Bring it to your heart and share, share, share. Get crazy with your share. And then release. Good. Sink the chi. Float up. Let's do a little review. Open. Scoop one hand underneath. Embrace your moon. Soften. Spin your moon at the top. Big spin. Hold your moon up. Wave hands like clouds. Get ready right away. Scoop. Lift. Pull the latch. Open the door. See the meadow. Pick flowers. Give them away. Again. Last one. wave your friends through. Come pick flowers with me. Lots of bouquets to give away. And last one, watch that little pivot. Pat the big dog. And then from head to tail, pet him. Last one, release and float. Fingertip to fingertip. Come center. Now I want you to open big. I want you to scoop into a big bowl full of confetti. You know, the messy kind. Toss it into the sky. 2 and 1. There we go. Now bring those hands, palms down. Float them to your shoulders. We're closing the door. Hands pull apart and drift down. Oh, how do your fingers feel? Pretty amazing, huh? Nice and tall. Thank you for playing with me. Take one hand, turn it into a loose fist, and then the other hand, gently cover. So the sun and the moon, and also a gentle bow to thank all those who taught down the line so I could bring this to you. And bringing my feet together. There you go. And there's 3 bows, one for the universe and or God, and then our life, and then for the earth, what we're given on to live on. So great, being grateful. There you go. All right, you guys, thanks for playing with me. I really appreciate it.
I hope you have sorry. I'm trying to get my audio working right. So hopefully you can hear me now again. Thank you so much for coming and playing. I'm hoping to figure out that music thing. So what I'm doing is I'm using non-licensed music, and it's different from the other music sites, to where it'll let you make a set list, but I haven't figured out how to get my set list to play all at the same time. So if anybody knows whose husband's really smart at this, is it Maureen? Is he the tech guy? Call me, let me know. All right, thanks so much for playing. Have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye bye. Oh, yep. Love to my peeps and my new peeps.